Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So it's Wednesday the 29th and this is how much I got done last night and I'm gonna work on this today. But before I talk about more stitchy stuff, I wanted to show you a little bit of my main jewelry business because I sold this necklace today and it is one of a kind piece and it's also one of my absolute favorite. So I want to show you this before I go to the post office today. So this is a handmade necklace with a turquoise and a silver rose that I made, and I think this was my last one in this style, so really sad to send it away, but also very grateful to the customer. But I can always make more of them. So it's all handmade in sterling silver, and I blackened the silver to make it look more antique or vintage, and the back looked like this. I'm going to make more of these, I think. So if you want to see more jewelry stuff from me, let me know in the comments and I'll try to share whenever I make new pieces. And this is a pair of earrings. I'm not going to take it out of the box, but I'll insert a picture here what it looks like when it's worn. It's super simple and also made out of sterling silver. So I'm gonna go to the post office now, and when I come back, I'll work on Miss Isabel Black. I'm gonna try to fill in the skirt and maybe even start on her upper body. So I got back earlier and stitched for a while, and all I did was just fill in her skirt with color and cotton floss called Mahogany. So this is what she looks like when she's finished. And for her skirt, I didn't go across all the way with the floss, but did it in segments because I wanted to see the variegation but not in straight lines. So by doing it in this, I don't know, for a lack of a better word, jagged pattern, let me zoom in so that you can see it better. I feel like it makes it more patchier and more, well, less uniform, I guess. So I think I'll work on this for another day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna work on this tomorrow again. But after this project, I think I want to work on English roses and try getting all of the cross stitches done. So I only have just a little bit left on this. It's a real small design by Mirabilia, and I think it might be even the smallest, or at least one of the smallest. So like this area, and then if I can, I'll try to do the back stitching too, so on her face. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done, and it looks like there's a little bit of cross stitches down here, and I'll try to do that as well, and then the back stitching on her face and on the background. So those are my plans for this week. I'm gonna work on Miss Isabel Black first and then work on English Roses. It is Thursday and I got my last package from 123 Stitch. So this is going to have one chart in it, Clementine by Stacy Nash. So this is what she looks like. I think these series are so cute and I think I got all of the cats, but they do have other animals like a bunny and I can't remember right now, but I don't know if I'll get them yet. Oh, but the mice from the series are really cute, so I don't know. I want to get them, but I've been spending a lot of money on charts this December and for my birthday, so no more until, I don't know, like Mania, maybe. I'm going to have to order a large piece of fabric for Mania anyway, so maybe I'll try to add some charts in there, but I'm not really sure yet. It all depends on how much I save until then. So, anyways, so this is the companion piece to Theodore, and this is my color and cotton conversion. And I'll do the same with Clementine. I'm gonna do a color and cotton conversion. And I'm going to follow the instructions that are inside, and I hope it has the strawberry too. That's really cute. So I'm gonna stitch Clementine right next to Theodore on this fabric. So let me show you Theodore. So I only did his face, and the face isn't finished yet. But this is Theodore, and I'm gonna stitch Clementine right next to it. And I'm also planning on stitching their faces, like Oliver. I think I talked about this in my last stitching vlog. So I'm gonna do that, and if I have room, I'm gonna try to stitch this as well. This is Miss Kitty's string bag by Scattered Seed Samplers. So I feel like this fabric is going to be really crowded, but if everything doesn't fit in here, I'll just get a new piece of fabric. So lots of plans, but for now I'm going to work on Theodore, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll even start Clementine right next to it so that I could work on both of them at the same time and go back and forth. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So I guess I'll be doing my conversion pretty soon on Clementine. So let me show you my progress on Miss Isabel Black. I stitched all morning, so this is how much I got done. I outlined her skirt, and all I have to do is fill in. And like I mentioned in my other video, I'm not gonna do the ear inside her dress. I'll probably do it somewhere else, or not do it at all even. I haven't decided yet. So this is what she looks like when she's finished. So I outlined her skirt, and I came all the way to the bottom of her skirt, and I also did a little bit on her sleeve. So I think I'm gonna work on this tonight and just work on filling in the skirt. And then tomorrow I'll work on English Roses by Mirabilia. So I'm about to go to sleep, but I wanted to check in and show you my progress and also my color and cotton conversion for Clementine. So let me zoom in here so that you can see the variegation better, because I think that's the best part. So this is how much I got done. It's just filling in. It sounds really boring, but I'm thinking about the color changes and where I want the variegations to be at. So it's actually a lot of fun for me to do that. It's almost like coloring. So let me show you the flosses, but it's underneath here, so hold on. So like I said, this is a color and cotton conversion. So for her sweater, I'm using this, and this one doesn't have a name. I think I might have gotten this one from one of her grab bags from her website. And then for her skirt, this is mahogany. It's really hard to tell through my phone, but the color variegates from like this dark plum color to a brown color. So I think that's why overall this design looks purple. Not that the cover photo was stitched with this color and cotton floss, but I think it was called for General Arts or DMC, but because I chose based on those colors, by looking at the DMC equivalents and pictures online, and I also tried to choose colors that were as close as possible to the called for flosses. So it's turning out very much like the cover photo. Mine's definitely more lighter, especially the skirt, but it has the similar undertone of like this dark purple, which I kinda like. And I'm really happy about how this is turning out. So I think I'm gonna put this away now though. I was hoping to fill in all of her skirt before putting this away, but it's just too many stitches to do it all in one night. So I'll come back to this project in a couple of weeks, and tomorrow I'll start working on English Roses. So earlier when I got my chart, Clementine, I couldn't help but start on converting the DMC or the called for General Arts to color and cotton from my stash. So let me set that up, and if you want to skip this portion, I'll add a timestamp here. So like I said, this design calls for General Arts, but there is a website with the conversions to DMC. So I pulled out the DMC equivalents based on that. So these are the colors. And I also looked at pictures online of the General Arts as well, so that I could get as close as possible to the called for flosses. So I'm gonna start with this green. Well, actually these three greens, these are pretty similar, so I'll do it all at once. So I think it goes around this pattern dress. It's like a quilt, I guess. So for this green, I chose this one called Fern. And, oh wait, this actually goes here. These are very similar. And for this one, I chose Oregano. And I'm still contemplating on whether or not to just combine these two to just one color. But for now, I pulled out these two. And then for the darker green, I chose this. And this was from the Halloween box 2018 called Pumpkin Vine. So these three greens. And for this cream, I think this goes for her, like her lighter fur color. Oh, and for the ears. So I'm just gonna use the same colors that I chose for Theodore. So let me pull those out. So this cream called Pale Ochre for her lighter fur color, I guess. And then for her ears, I'm using this. This one doesn't have a name, but it's a little bit more pinker for her ears, so I chose that. And then for these two colors, I guess I'm supposed to blend these to get the same equivalent color to the General Arts. And I think it goes somewhere in this patchy, like this quilt part. And I chose this. This is Roasted Tin. And I know it's much more closer to the yellow or the gold color, but I thought that would be better than choosing something that's more red because overall her dress is more pink. So I chose this. And for this blue, this also goes somewhere in this quilt. And I chose this from my stash. This doesn't have a name, but the DMC has a bit more teal than the color that I chose, but that's okay. I still like it, so I'll be using this. And then for this brown, I checked and it's for the brown spots on her arms and on her face. And I chose Coffee Bean by Color and Cotton, and it's a bit more reddish brown than the DMC, but I think I like that better than the called for DMC, and it's much more closer to the cover photo. So I'll be stitching with this one. And for the pink of her dress, I chose this pink, and this is called Vintage Valentine. It's very pretty. I actually really like this color. And the last color goes around her waist, I guess. And this also doesn't have a name, but it's very close to this DMC 356. So I'll be using this. So that's everything except for the black. It says the equivalent DMC is 310, but I recently placed an order on Color and Cotton website. I got different shades of blacks, and I think I ordered 5 different shades. So when I get that, I'll choose which color, which black I'll use for Clementine. So yeah, so far these are all of the colors, and I really like how all of these colors look together, and I really can't wait to start this. I might start this pretty soon though. So I guess that's it for tonight, and I'll come back tomorrow and hopefully I'll show you some progress on English roses. It's Friday morning and I'm about to start stitching English roses. Um, and I'm gonna try to finish all of the cross stitches. I mean, if I can finish all of the cross stitches today, that would be really awesome. So we'll see how much I get done. So I'm gonna be doing the bottom border or the bottom section right here. So that's all of the cross stitches that I have left to do. So, I mean, that's still a lot of stitches, so we'll see. So it's a couple of hours later. I'm gonna go eat dinner, but I wanted to show you my progress. I was working on the krennic, so I still have the needle here. So I got this part done. Let me zoom in first. So I'm working on this. I worked all the park threads and filled in this area, and then came over here and did all of the rose petals. And I'm working on the border here with the krennic. So the color changes weren't so bad. It's only like 4 different colors, I think. And then when I come back, I'm gonna continue with the border with the krennic and start filling in the blue, the dark blue. And so I was stitching this, and all of a sudden I started wondering if the new part of the Linen and Threads Mystery Cell came out or not. So Korea right now is January 31st. We're like a day ahead from the States. So I checked thinking it probably didn't come out yet, but it did, so I printed it out. So I'm using my smaller Q-snaps for English roses, so I'm gonna set up my bigger Q-snap with my mystery cell and work on this tomorrow. So this is what part 2 looks like. And looking at the second part, I'm more and more confident that I'll really like this cell. To be honest, the previous cells were really beautiful, but not something that I would stitch, I don't think. but this I just really like. So let me show you. So this is the first part, and I'm using Voldani red. I can't remember the number exactly. Let me show you. So this is the color. I guess the number is 775. Not really sure. So I'll be working on this tomorrow, and I'm gonna work on English roses tonight. So I'll try to come back tonight to show you my progress on this. So I'm back with my progress, and I've met my goal. Well, actually, a little, kind of. So I filled in the whole bottom portion, but I haven't done these stitches that are hanging underneath. So tomorrow I'll probably start with those. And then let me just take this out of the Q-snap because it's been on here for several hours. I am gonna iron it before adding the roses and the beads, but still, I just want to take it out before I go to bed. So here it is. Sorry about the wrinkles. I don't know if you could tell, but this is a really small piece. So for reference, because you all know if you have a Mirabilia, you know how big the Mirabilia charts are, or how small it is. So here's the chart. So it's a little longer than the chart, but narrow than the chart. So that's how small this is. And to be honest, when I started this 2 years ago, I thought this was going to be like my little break in between my bigger Mirabilias. So I thought it was going to be quick, but somehow it's been 2 years and I still haven't finished it. But I think this is gonna get done this February. So, anyways, like I said, I'll start on the cross stitchings on the bottom here tomorrow and then get to the back stitching on her face and the background. Uh, and then after that, I'll iron it and start the beading. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the beading tomorrow because I also want to work on my mystery cell. But let me show you the beads. So there are lots of empty spaces. That's all going to be filled with beads. So here are all of them. So there's 4 different kinds. So this green one is going, I think, around here, around her hair. And then these two, probably for her dress and maybe her hairpiece. I'm not really sure, but I'll look at the chart later. And these bigger ones, these are called glass pebble beads, and I think these go right here. So it only calls for a couple of them, but I had to get the whole pack, I guess. So, and then the roses are gonna be made with these silks. So these are really pretty. And I've never done this type of stitching before. And these look really three-dimensional. And the directions are in the chart. It came with the chart. So I'm just gonna follow the directions and practice stitching them on a piece of scrap fabric. But super excited to try these because I love roses, so I think it'll be really fun. So along with English roses, I'm going to work on this project, the Mystery Cell by Linen and Threads tomorrow, and going to use this Valdani. And I forgot what I was gonna. Oh, so I printed out the chart, and it came with an extra chart. Part one also had an extra chart with it, so it's like a full version of one of the motifs. And I feel like these could be a real nice small ornaments. So I don't know. I kind of want to make that into a series, but I have so many projects going on, so I don't know. Just a thought. Um, so, anyways, tomorrow I think I'll start with this motif and start from there. Um, but for the smaller designs, I'm thinking like on a real nice blue fabric and stitch it with white floss. I think that's gonna look real nice. So it'll look like snowflakes. I might just do that and add blending filaments so that it'll look like it's sparkling. Um, I don't know. The more I talk about my ideas, I just want to start it even more. Like I want to start it right now, but I'm gonna hold on to that for now and think about that. But I think that's a really good idea for if I could finish one ornament a month, um, then I'll have 12 like white Christmas themed ornaments, I guess, like blue and white. I think that's gonna look really cute. So But for now, I'm just gonna work on the cell and I'll come back with my progress tomorrow. So it is February 1st, Saturday morning, and I haven't started working on this yet, but I will. But I think I'm gonna end the video here because I checked, and this video is going to be already 20 minutes long. So I'm going to end the vlog here and start my February vlog, and I thought it would be nice to start a new vlog on the 1st. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!